Hi, welcome to The Shed. My name is Mr. H, and this is our one-a-day musicianship challenge brought to you by Bob Rogers Travel. So this is the third episode in our Groove Lab drumming series, and in this episode, you are going to work on changing the subdivision of the hi-hat. So the kick and the snare, that's going to stay the same. Last time we were working on the kick, and we were building independence, because that's the communicative instrument in most modern music. But the hi-hat is becoming more and more important. Just listen to trap music. It's mostly just hi-hat, changing subdivision. So Rocky is going to walk you through some exercises to work on changing the subdivision in your hi-hat from 8th note to 8th note triplet to 16th note while maintaining a kick on beat 1 and 3 and a snare on beat 2 and 4. So again, for submission, record yourself, record your lap playing along with Rocky. If something is tricky, pause the video, write it out if you need to, practice it until you get it, and here we go.
Hey again, welcome back to The Shed. This is Rocky. We're going to continue our groove segment, round 3 of how to improve your groove. This is going to focus mainly on subdivision and pulse, mainly of your hi-hat. So we're going to turn back on our metronome, quarter note equals 80 BPM, and this time our bass drum and our snare drum are going to be our constant. So we're going to play 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Subdivision is important, how to feel it, how to change it. So we're going to start simple. We're going to start with our hi-hat on 8th notes, and that's going to be the pulse. That's going to be the subdivision. So play this with me. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Here's our starting point. So to switch subdivisions, we can go to, let's say, 8th note triplets. That's, kind of like a next step conceptually. So think about it before you switch. 8th note, triplet, 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 triplet. That's what our right hand's going to be doing. So see if you can shift over with me. Triplet, 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 triplet. Here we go. 2, ready, go. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. So now our pulse is switched. Our subdivision is switched, and now we're feeling this in this triplet swinging kind of feeling. 3 and 4 and 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. Good. Try that just you. I'm going to drop out. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. Very nice. So to go a step further with this, let's take out some of the notes and see if you can kind of audiate the notes that aren't being played. So let's try playing the first 2 of the quarter note, 8th note triplets. Bop, 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 bop. Leave that third one out. So 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. Try it just you. Ready, go. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 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 triplet. Good. So I would recommend not thinking about your bass drum and your snare drum at all. It helps you concentrate more on your hi-hat. I find that always helps. Let's switch it up again. Let's make this, let's try to make it the last 2 triplets of those quarter note, 8th note triplets. Ready, go. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 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 triplet. Great. Just you. Ready, go. 1 triplet, 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 4 triplet. Very nice. Let's switch it up one more time before we move to 16th notes. This is going to be the first and the last triplet, and this one's very, very common. This is kind of the precursor, the basis to swing, or to, kind of this like swing jazz-based feeling. So here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. You're subdividing this as triplets. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. Just you. And ready, go. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, triplet. It's kind of like a shuffle in a way. And with that shuffle, with that swing, you would call this like a triplet-based pulse or a triplet-based subdivision. We're going to move on now. We're going to go to 16th notes. And before we switch, I want to just go back to all 8th note triplets. So we're here, and we're going to be thinking about what that next layer of subdivision is. Think about those 16th notes. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a... That's kind of a technique that you can use going into that. So let's try to switch over. 16 notes. 2, 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a... Just you. See if you can internalize this groove. You're subdividing 16th notes now. No more triplets. Decca, 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 decca. Try to be as accurate as possible. Decca, 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 decca. Very good. Let's bump it up a difficulty level now. Try to play the first 3 16 notes of the quarter note. So like a 1E and 2E and. Ready, go. Ba 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 ba. Very nice. Just you. Cool. See if you could feel that. Internalize it, make it as metrically accurate as possible. Let's try to play the last 3 now. So rest on the downbeat. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a just you. Very nice. Let's go back to all 16 notes now. Cool. The next step now is to kind of switch over between triplets, 8th note triplets, 16 notes, and 8th notes themselves. So I'm going to kind of call out the next layer of subdivision, and let's try and see if we could play like follow the leader. Here we go. 8th note triplets. 2, 1, 2, 8th note. Good. You're feeling the triplet pulse now. It's totally different. Let's switch back to 8th notes. 2, ready. 8th note, 8th note. Very nice. Let's go to 16ths. Ready. 2, 3, 4. That one's easy. You're just kind of doubling the 8th notes into the 16ths. Back to the 8th note triplets. 1, 2, and ready, and go. And that one's a bit trickier, so give that a bit more attention. Let's go quicker now. 16ths, 2, ready, go. Eighth note triplets. Back to 8th notes. Here we go. And stop. Hopefully these exercises will help you thinking about subdivision, thinking about groove, and we'll see you back in the shed.